10 a.m. It's time to do art. Because I had no ideas for this week. We are just going to roll for inspiration. I'm also on my second cup of coffee. Because since daylight savings, I have had the worst trouble getting up in the morning. And sometimes I just need an extra cup. You're a little off center. That's slightly better. Whatever. Anyway, let's roll for inspiration. 19. Perspective practice. So I'm gonna take a mulligan. I'm gonna roll with advantage or roll with disadvantage for a different number because I do not have the brain space for perspective right now. I'm on my second cup of coffee. That just seems like it would be a bad time, and that sounds like a lot of work that I am just not capable of mentally taking care of right now. So 11. Oh, excellent. Okay, I'm actually looking forward to this. Watercolor in this special sketchbook. Because I don't think y'all have seen this yet. Sorry. This place is a disaster. This is my special sketchbook. It's, I got it from like a witchy store up in Lincoln City. And it has the phases of the moon. I'm pretty sure it's leather, like real leather. But I wanted to dedicate this sketchbook to practicing my watercolors. And you can see I already kind of started, but I haven't done anything else. So that's awesome. I'm actually I'm really excited about this. So we will, I'm gonna go get me a cup of water and we're gonna do some watercolors today. And then I'll also get my, I'll pick out a prompt too. Let's get out my prompt cup. I think I dropped another dye in here. Yeah, I did. Cool. So we are, and this is, for those who don't know, my prompt cup has like lots and lots of ideas of things to draw. Some of them are like landscapes, some of them are characters, some of them are just vague ideas used to prompt your motivation. So we're going to pick something out of the prompt cup, and then we are going to watercolor it right here. And I'm really, really excited because I've been thinking about just doing one anyway, but because the dice have spoken, we're just gonna do it today. You guys ready to find out what this says? Windy. Oh, that's nice. Okay, windy. Let's put that there, and I'll glue that in once we're done with this. I hate doing that, but it won't stay down otherwise. Let me find some washi tape so I got a border. I like to use, because this is like 1/2 inch, I believe, and this is like 1/4 inch. I like to use the 1/4 inches on my, I believe I used a 1/4 inch. Yeah, I like to use the 1/4 inches on here, just because it gives it like a nice crisp border. But it takes a minute to really, because my problem, I need something, I'm going to use this piece of carbon paper. I need something to find that edge. Yeah. And then we will remove the carbon paper so it doesn't like... I already kind of got an idea for windy because I was thinking about it. I was thinking about something windy the other day. I immediately got this idea of like, let me use my fancy small scissors. Aren't these cool? They're embroidery scissors. I've seen a lot of bullet journalers use them for washi tape. Get off of my finger. Thank you. But yeah, I was thinking, like, I don't know, I've been really wanting to watch like a bunch of Ghibli movies, but I don't have a VPN that allows me to say that, hey, I'm in Canada. Let me watch the Ghibli movies. Because I don't understand why you can watch Ghibli in Canada, but you can't watch Ghibli in America. Not to say that, like, America's so much better, why don't we have the Ghibli movies? We're not much better than anything. We're honestly not much better than a third world country, in my opinion, but you know what? Don't come at me. I have opinions. Yeah. And then last one. Oh yeah, and some people might think this is a waste of washi tape, but I'm gonna be real with y'all. I don't use washi tape except to like make borders, to hold things down. Like, I don't use them as accents or anything like that. I use them to just like for art projects, that is like a temporary thing for art projects. All right, so there's that. Put that back. Might as well put this in there with the washi tape. Yeah, move that because I don't need it. So, windy. Let's see. Am I gonna need a pencil for this? Maybe. Let me use one of the... No, these are not sharpened. Also doesn't tell me what hardness that is. But yeah, let's do this and then... But yeah, I really want to rewatch all the Ghibli movies, and I have access to Netflix, but I don't have a VPN, so I can't really watch them on... Yeah, I can't really watch them the way I want to, which is on my computer, or rather on my TV. Though I know there is a way to do that, and I don't have the money for a VPN right now because it's like a monthly subscription, and like I am still kind of client by client right now, and like this week I'm taking off my clients because there's a COVID wave in my town, and so I'm trying to just keep my distance because we're also the state of Oregon has lifted its mask mandate, so there's a COVID wave, there's no mask. It's just kind of, yeah, you know. Do I think it's too early to lift the mask mandate? Yeah, but you know what? I just feel like people are going to... Because like there were people who, like, before the mask mandate was lifted, weren't wearing masks, and nobody was stopping them. I'm like, how do I... that how arms work? I don't know. Is that what hands look like? Who knows? So, it's April, for those of you who don't know. And it's supposed to be getting warmer, but it's actually just still cold here on the Oregon coast. And as much as I appreciate that it's still cold, I kind of am really over it. Because I really want to not have my heater on all the time. And like, I don't mind wearing my sweater all the time, because like I was born for sweaters. But I mind having my heater running constantly just so that I can sit in a room. You know what? I'm gonna forego the hat. Oh. This paper does not like being erased on. Well, it is recycled paper, so that doesn't surprise me. What are you doing? No. So I'm just tired of it being chilly, like too chilly for me to be comfortable. You know what I need? I need my kneading eraser, but that's in the other room. Let's tilt the head up just a bit. I think So we've had no end of wind for sure, and then we have had very windy days, and sometimes they're both. But what we haven't had is warmer weather. It's just been very, very chilly. And for me, that means that I can't go to the beach. Though I've been having sensory overload issues at the beach. Like if it's too sunny and the sound just really gets to me. Like the sound of the waves crashing on the beach, and which is really sad because I love the ocean and I want to be there. But for whatever reason, I just can't. I just start disassociating really badly when I'm at the beach, and I think it's a sensory overload situation, and I need to figure out a way to where I can enjoy the beach without being overloaded. So when it's like windy and sunny and the waves are crashing, it's just horrendously loud, and there's just like a lot of issues going on around me. So I gotta like find a way to combat all of that. But you can't turn the sun off, and you can't turn the ocean off, or make the wind stop. So I don't want to wear earplugs to the beach. And my sunglasses make it really hard for me to see. because they're polarized. I don't know why, like I have a hard time seeing at the beach when I'm wearing my sunglasses, but if I take them off, it's way too bright. So there's our windy girl. And then let's do, this could be that. Maybe a rock. I got a rock. Maybe some burns. And let's say we got ocean here. And is that too high? Is that in the composition? No, I think that's good. Like that there. Maybe some clouds. Yeah, I think that looks windy. I'm gonna go get my kneading eraser real quick. So fun fact, I like to keep my kneading eraser in the computer room because it makes a great fidget toy. So I can shape it, I can sculpt it, I can do all sorts of things. So it just makes for a really good toy, and that's why I keep it in the computer room, because when I'm editing and I don't have notes that I want to keep or I want to take down, I just play with my fidget, my kneading eraser. So I gotta get this nice and warm so that it's not too hard and we can do this. Get up all the excess graphite. Get an idea where everything is. And that way we can just watercolor over lines and stuff. So first things first is I want to do the background, and then I want to do big stuff and then little stuff. That's how I roll. These are the ones from last week, so I'll pull these back out because I just put them away. Yes, it's been a week since I put these away. Ooh, you know what? I have watercolor pencils. So for those finer details, we can do watercolor pencils. But what I want to do first, I want to get this. I want to do a very light green. Not that one. I think it's that one. Should get. Where's that sketchbook? Nope. I didn't. Yeah. So now that I'm done with the sketchbook, I can take pages that have been marked on and I can just go to town. Let's move it over here because it'll work better because I'm left-handed. And so I'm not tempted to color on that page. Yeah. So we've got it seems very whimsical. Alright, so there's my light green, and I will build up on that as I see fit. We'll even cover the rocks with a different color. And then I want to get a good, let's check this one, see what this comes out to be. Nothing! Kind of a sandy color. I want a little bit of darkness to it. You can't see what I'm doing. Because we don't have that much sand. Maybe I should move the sand a bit higher. Yeah, I'll move the sand a bit higher. And then I'll get some of this. Yeah. So we will, sand is here. It's okay if it's not super even, because the water is constantly changing shape. Okay, and while it's wet, I'm going to add some of this darker brown. Not quite dark enough. But I just run it like right on the edge of the water. Yeah. Cool. Okay. So, you know what? I need to make sure that that's more even. So what we're going to do is we're going to start out with the fairly light blue. We're going to build it up. This is going to be fun. going to do that same. Make sure I don't get that same wet on wet technique where we build up the, make it very and that's okay right here where it's blending, and that's fine. It makes this part look more translucent. Okay. Right now I'm just kind of trying to get the details without touching the wetter paint. And I'm making this very, very light. Like, I'm really trying to saturate this with water. Because then we're going to take this color here and ooh, did not mean to make that a green color, but I forgot to clean that off, so I'm going to do that real quick. Oh, but that's nice. Okay. There we go. Okay, go back to the Robin's Egg Blue. And that was, don't want to pick up too much of the water, so I'm not going to get that close to it. And then, did I not pick the right color? Looks different. Ooh. Starting to get a little bit. This is where your paper towel will come in very handy. So we want to yeah, we want to lighten that up a lot. But we'll fix that. It's the problem when you have two spaces that are wet on wet right next to each other and they just kind of want to exist together. And you don't want that to happen. And already this is starting, this looks like it's about ready for me to go in with a more detailed brush with some darker green. And oh wait, we gotta follow the wind. So right now I'm just making the shape of the grass. And once it's dry, I will go back with like a less saturated brush and darken up a lot of the colors and stuff. And so what I need to remember, because you know, you see I kind of did it a couple of times, what is when you're making grass, and you do this with markers, you can do this with paint or whatever, you want to start at the bottom and lift up in the direction you want the grass to go. And sometimes I've been doing the opposite of that and like, that's not how grass works. I'm like, nobody asked you, and I really should have put the skin tone down before I did this, but whatever. Nobody asked you. It still works. Because we're going to be building up quite a bit of this. So with different colors, different lots of things. I want it to seem like she's like kind of on this grassy ledge overlooking the ocean. And the wind is blowing everything. So I'm going to take some of this white. Not get some of the green out by accident. All right. I might have to raise the horizon just a tad to kind of fix that mess, but that should be okay. All right, so that's it for the most part, like the big areas. We can start looking at some of these smaller areas. I do want her to be the focal point, so I'm going to make her a little bit contrasty. Her hair is out of control. That's fine. That's the problem with wet on wet, honestly, is you don't really have full control. You can't, there are ways to control it. This paper doesn't like detail very much, but you know what? That's fine. Okay, let's see. I want a nice bright colored dress. So let's play with some of these colors. Like, I don't want to take away from the blue and the green. So I kind of want to leave this as like a cool picture. I still want her to like stand out against everything. So using like a reddish purple will do that. Should I be using a thinner brush? Yeah. Will I? No. Yeah, this is a bit messy. I'm still like really enjoying the colors that are coming out of it, but I think I need to be more patient and let things dry before I really get working on them. Because that's the problem with watercolors, is that they're not very forgiving. Or they can be. It's just when you're trying to do something with detail and stuff, they tend to be very free-flowing. And yeah. Honestly, I don't think it looks too bad on camera. I think it looks better on camera. Let's get some darker green going. Cover up some of our mistakes. Almost looks like she's coming out of the grass itself. Which is cool. Alright, so let's do a little bit of rock formation. So we got this rock. I made another little rock here. getting pretty close to finished, I think. Oh, pretty good. I can just fix that. Big glaring problem. I can do some mixed media here. I have cheapy acrylic. Yay! Okay, I don't need a lot, but I'm gonna do a different brush. Just build it up ever so slightly. Problem is, like, watercolor and acrylics are both water soluble, so like the wetter a canvas, the more likely your colors are just gonna blend in together, even if you are using acrylic versus like actual watercolor. But it's good to have acrylic on hand when you want to do stuff like waves and clouds, and though it's preferred that you wait till everything is dry before you start like adding details and such. You know, kind of a do as I say, not as I do situation. What's funny is I'm so close to being done, and Rosie is getting super comfortable, and I'm going to get up and get out of this room, and she's going to be like, but I just got comfortable, and then be like, fine, I'll get comfortable in the other room, because she has to be in every room that I'm in, unless she discovers that the couch is free, and then she'll go lay down on the couch. Right now I'm just kind of trying to build it up. Yeah. Just little speckles. Alright. Not super detailed, but you know what? I think it came out pretty good. Especially for like detail. I realized that detail on this paper is not going to work. So maybe not do details anymore. Because I think I remember having that problem with my crow earlier. Put that in there. So if we go back to that real quick, where I was trying to get these like really defined lines, and it was still kind of bleeding, so that's fine, as long as it doesn't show through. I don't think it does. Yeah, that's fine. Cool. All right, I need this. Come back. Yeah, I think that's good. What do y'all think? Do you like it? I might redo this at some point, but I like it. And yeah, that was really fun. I don't do watercolor illustrations, especially not in this book, because I bought this book specifically to do these little illustrations, because I want to practice my watercolors. I want to get better at detailing with watercolor. I want to get better at mixing colors with watercolor. Ooh, that was still a little too wet. Oh well. You know, I just want to get better with watercolors in general. So I am enjoying. I'm glad that I have this to practice, so it's still a little too wet, but I am impatient, which you can't be with watercolor. So I'm also trying to work on my patience. But yeah, there's our watercolor illustration for today, and at some point I will glue this here so we know that this was a prompt. Maybe. Okay. Ooh, no, that's wet. Don't do that. Cool. And now it's curling. There you go. Also enjoy my mess. All right. Bye.